What's up, man? I want to talk about this Errol Spence versus Shawn Porter fight that's supposed to go off on September 28th. Um, you know, my thing is this: Shawn Porter has to fight in his old style. What I mean is pressure, in your face, um, in the inside, fighting, trying to rough you up and trying to wear you down and outwork you. That's Shawn Porter's best way of fighting. Now, when he fought Udenis Ugas, in their press conference, Errol Spence said, Shawn Porter, I thought you fought the wrong fight. And I agree with Errol Spence to a larger degree. Yes, Shawn Porter fought the wrong fight for too long. I thought he fought from the outside well in the first 3, 4 rounds. But like I always say about Shawn Porter, it just seemed like in a lot of fights he gets sloppy after the 5th and 6th round. He started getting sloppy. He started reaching for his punches. He started instead of just letting his punches go. He reach a lot. And yes, he has good footwork, but a lot of times he don't bring his footwork with his punches. Like I said, he reaches a lot. And that Udenis Ugas fight, by round 5, he started getting sloppy, and Udenis Ugas started making him pay for it. And he did some good things from the outside, and that's how I think he should fight Earl. Yes, he should fight Earl from the outside some, but most of it he should mix it up. But I'm gonna tell you, about 75% of the time, 70 to 70% of the time, Shawn Porter has to fight on the inside. I don't believe he can win a boxing match from the outside versus Errol Spence. I'm not saying Errol Spence is this tremendous, fighter from the outside, but Errol Spence does has a decent jab. He's long. He's longer than Shawn. I believe Errol Spence comes in with a 72-inch reach. Shawn Porter has a 69-inch reach. Shawn Porter is shorter. I know a lot of people think that Errol Spence is the biggest welterweight, but I disagree. Shawn Porter to me is the biggest welterweight. Just look at Shawn Porter's stature. Don't look at his height. Yes, Errol Spence is one of the tallest welterweights, but to me in body mass, he's not the biggest. I believe Shawn Porter. Look at Shawn Porter shoulder to shoulder, and look at Errol Spence shoulder to shoulder, and then look at their backs. You know what I'm saying? Look at their tries and all that stuff. He's a bigger welterweight than Errol Spence. I'm not saying he's naturally or that means he's stronger than Errol Spence. I believe he's as strong as Errol Spence, but he's bigger than Errol Spence. Because I believe Shawn Porter started off his career at 160. Shawn Porter came down to 147. Errol Spence started off at 154. So I don't believe what everybody else think that Errol Spence is so much bigger that he's going to walk over Shawn Porter. He's not going to walk over Shawn Porter, ladies and gentlemen. Now, do Errol Spence has the tools to beat Shawn Porter? Of course. To me, Errol Spence has the tools, and if he's patient enough and catch Shawn Porter on the way coming in, he has a chance of knocking Shawn Porter out. Shawn Porter also has a chance of stopping Errol Spence. And I know people gonna say, "Oh man, how does he have a chance of stopping Errol Spence? He doesn't have that type of punching power." Shawn Porter does have that type of punching power when Shawn Porter sits down on his punches. When Shawn Porter does all that moving and all that, trying to do all that fancy footwork, trying to overthink it, over moving, his punching power is diminished. But when Shawn Porter sits on his punches and when that hook, he missed Udenis Ugas a lot with that hook, and that was due to Shawn Porter trying to move too much. And like I said, he was reaching, he was doing more reaching. He wasn't bringing his feet with his punches, and he has a chance to stop Errol Spence because he can get physical and wear Errol Spence down. A lot of people used to Errol Spence wearing people down. That's Shawn Porter. That's Shawn Porter's forte too. So I agree with Danny Garcia. He had an interview and he said that he don't think it's going to be an eye pleasing fight. He said it's going to be an action packed fight, but not an eye pleasing fight because their two styles doesn't mesh. And I agree with him. Their two styles does not match. Does not mesh as a to look at it from a technical aspect and see that you're going to see a lot of clean fighting here. Both of these guys at their core love to come forward. Who's going to give up the ground first? Whoever give up ground first, to me, the other guy's going to win. And what I mean by that is mentally, because both of these guys like to come forward. If one of these guys take a mental step back and get out of the kitchen because it's too hot, the other fighter is going to have the mental edge for the rest of the fight. And that's my assessment of it. Shawn Porter cannot fight him from the outside. I agree with Errol Spence. He cannot win a boxing match from the outside for the whole fight. He has to mix it up. You know what I'm saying? Errol Spence has to be able to work his jab and keep Shawn Porter on the outside. I don't believe he's going to be able to keep Shawn Porter on the outside for the most part. I believe Shawn Porter will get in, and we will see how Errol Spence deal with Shawn Porter on the inside. Now, I think already Shawn Porter has a mental edge, a slight mental edge in this fight, because Errol Spence's trainer whispered in Errol Spence's ear and said, talk about the elbows and the headbutts. You know what I'm saying? And to me, that's something that you tell the referee the night of the fight. In the locker room, when the referee say you have any questions, you say, hey, can you watch Shawn Porter's, elbows and low blows and headbutts? You don't say that before you even get in preparation for the fight. You say that in the first press conference. So that tells me that y'all have that on y'all mind. Then Errol Spence, he came out and said it. So that tells me that that's on your mind. And then you said this can take you out of what you want to do. You said if he want to get down and dirty, I can get down and dirty with him. But see, that's Shawn Porter's fight. Why would you say you're gonna get down and dirty and fight and mentally say I'm gonna get down and dirty and I'm willing to fight his fight? So that's gonna get you out of your fight. See, that's why I said that I disagree, and Derek James should not have whispered that in Errol Spence's ear. He should not have. Look, in the preparation for the fight, y'all in training camp, you should show him tactics he can use to counter Shawn Porter if he's going to use elbows and headbutts or try to use his head. Don't tell him to say it in a press conference as to say that you believe that's a problem. Now Shawn Porter can go back in training camp and say, hey, I'm gonna get in there and get dirty, because he's already mentally think that I'm gonna get dirty or I'm gonna use my head or my elbows. I'm gonna give him something to worry about to take him out his game plan and take him out the fight that he want to fight. See, that's why I say a slight mental edge goes to Shawn Porter. Really, it does. And I won't be surprised who gets stopped in this fight. You see, I'm not on this thing that Errol Spence is he's Superman. He can't be beat. He can't be stopped. He can't be hurt. I seen him hurt in fights. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not of that ilk. What I can, because I'm taking a step back, and I'm not a fanboy of Errol Spence. I can take a step back and say this: Shawn Porter. It wouldn't surprise me if Shawn Porter win the fight. It wouldn't be surprised to me if Shawn Porter stopped Errol Spence. It wouldn't be a surprise to me if Errol Spence stopped Shawn Porter, even though neither one has ever been stopped. You know what I'm saying? So, and like I said, we gonna see what happens now. Adrian Broner. People will point to Adrian Broner, put Shawn Porter down, but what people fail to realize, and they not telling y'all this, is Shawn Porter got drained 3 or 4 pounds to fight Adrian Broner. They're not telling you that. So that could be part of it, but it can also be that Shawn Porter had a lapse, you know what I'm saying, a mental lapse, and left himself open and he got knocked down. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, man, this is the first look. That's my assessment of it. This should be an action-packed fight, I believe, back and forth. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a draw. I wouldn't be surprised if if people say somebody got robbed or look, even though it's a close fight, some people will say another person got robbed. If you admit that it's a close fight, I don't see how you can say somebody got robbed. But let me know what y'all think. That's my assessment of it. I think it's going to be an action-packed fight. The winner is the unified, title holder in the welterweight division. I'm out.